Thank you, Mihira, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rao, Madam Registrar of National Law University, Delhi, representative from Department of Justice, Government of India, fellow panelists, faculty members, and all the advocates, practitioners for child rights, child protection in India. Just as Mira said, this is a good segue from what Professor Rao has said. Child protection system and how it works, how and what we all need to do to strengthen child protection system in India. Just to want to take what Professor Rao said, that we have laws, policies, standards, rules. Now, it's very important that these are put into practice. And that's where I brings the perspective of practitioners, those who work in the field. And it will be not out of place to talk about some comparison from health system to understand our own child protection system. What happens when a person falls ill? The person go to the primary health center or any doctor, private practitioners. If the doctors ask for test, if that required, prescribe medicines. If something very serious, then they refer to the secondary level district hospitals, other hospitals, that level. Person go through treatment at that level. If something more critical, then it referred to the tertiary level in the specialized, super specialized centers of medical care. And that's the system of the referral system. It happens and how it works. One, the legal frameworks for the medical also, what need to be done, which is applicable for the doctors, those who run the institutions, those who run the clinics and nursing homes. In the same way, all the professionals, whether it's the doctors, paramedicals, physiotherapists, so and so forth. So there are certain rules, standards, parameters they need to follow. And to train them, there is a whole range of training institute, medical colleges, right from the laboratory person to the operation theater persons, paramedicals, and to the super specialization medical. So that's the thing. So that's where our child protection system also need to look at, and we can learn some good practices from the other system. If we really want that our system, child protection system, really work for care and protection and justice for children, we must really invest in few critical things. And to start with, first, the human resource development, workforce. All those who are working for children, with children, they must have required skills, knowledge, and practice. If we are not going to have that training, required training, that skills, at times it is going to be the counterproductive. The outcomes, desired outcomes we expect from the system will not be, or never be. And to train them, that the current system of the training, organizing 2 days training, 3 days training, using any manuals, it is not going to work. So this is the time, because today Department of Justice and the very reputed university and his vice chancellor, its vice chancellor is also present, registrar is present, faculty members are present. It's really to reimagine the whole capacity building for the child protection cadre. It's really, we have to move from one-off training to the whole competency-based training for the child protection personnel, right from the grassroots level to the district level, or those who are working at the state level, or providing specialized services to the children in conflict with law, or children in a special need, or so and so forth. So that is one thing that we have to move from the general, usual one-off training to more systematic, competency-based training. A. B. Any system cannot really work efficiently if the system is not able to attract talent. So we also have to take a pause and look who all are coming. Do the best mind, talent, this sector able to attract, whether in the government system or the civil society system? That is the reflection we all need to make sure that the talented new talents come in the system. Salary, remuneration should be competitive. Only motivations, career development, promotions, exposures, job satisfactions, all these are very important. So we need to, if we really want that the system should work, first attract the talent and retain the talents. That is one thing. And there must be a clear career path for those professionals. Suppose a young girl and boy of age 22, 24 years join this sector. How they really able to see their career path in next 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years? If they remain at the district level doing the same work, definitely it is not going to be motivational and they are not going to stay there. So we need to look at those aspects. Retention, first the attracting and retention of the time and the whole. Third, very important thing, a performance appraisal system. It is very important, any system, how we will know that our people hold all those who are working with the district level district child protection unit or state level or CWC, JJP, counselors with NGO, they are really performing. So what is the system currently? And systems should be really smart, modern, with the modern management thinking. And that we really need to bring in that perspective in the whole system. We really want to push it. Performance system, while we are also, Department of Justice is there and we talk about legal aid, do we have any system for the performance appraisal of the panel's lawyer, those who are on the panel? Are we attracting the best budding lawyers to this first of all? Are we paying enough so that they are motivated and they want to be on the panel? And we all know that the cash is not only the one factor for motivations. They need cash plus. There are many other factors, enabling environments, motivations, appreciations, working environment. Are we providing those to the panel lawyers? And what kind of systems we have for appraisal? So one, the whole gamut of this workforce development, human resource development. Second point on the system, if we draw the parallel from the health system, it is very important to have importance of data. So far in child protections, we have not really able to appreciate the importance of data. MIS system, information management system. Look at the health, they are evolving and they are far ahead. If we really want to see that how many children in conflict with law in one observation home for last 3 months to 6 months, the same way children in need of care and protection, all those are there, but it's not in a coherent manner. It is not evolved child protection information system, data system. That is very important. And why it is important? For 2 reasons. One, for decision making. If a district has allocated certain amount of budget, the district level officer, those who are responsible for the implementation of the scheme, should be able to see that how much money has come and what is the utilization rate by each quarter. How many children they are able to reach, how many children are still stuck. And why we talk about the stuck, we also learn from the other countries' mistake. Many countries has really complicated, comprehensive system, but we know there are so many evidences, research, which indicates those countries elaborate system where file moves, children stuck. Do we want that kind of system? Or do we want the system that our paramount consideration should be children not only on paper, but in practice? And for that, our whole system should be designed in such a manner that children should be the first. other process should will take later. It is not the compromising the process, but we should not, the staff should not have that attitude that do the first process and the children is dying and is stuck in the whole system. So whole attitude that's really required, the way of designing the system is very important. And therefore, MIS system for monitoring the schemes, A, B, monitoring whether the system, services, programs are reaching to children or not. It can be monitored at the district level, at the state level, by the head of the departments, whether it's Women and Child Development Department or Social Welfare, whoever the nodal agency for the implementation of the schemes, they're able to see that and take the corrective measures. So that's the other. Third thing, for any system, health system again, it cannot be, we know, no matter how best health system we can design, and in the COVID, we have seen the need to further strengthen the health system, same with the child protection system. Our system almost stops at the district level. In India, where the district population is 1 million to 3 million, in some cases 3.5 million population. In that, 2 social workers in one DCPU, who is also providing services to the DCPU as well as SJPU, and all other works, do we expect for the population of 3.5 million, they will be able to do any justice? So that's where we have to see that make appropriate budget, make appropriate human resource below district level. How it can be done, that's really not need to discuss. And here that the evidences from the institute and the university like National Law University and the Child Rights Center can really do more research, bring more evidences that how best that the system can be designed, so that they're able to reach to the children living remotely in any village. Within that, we also must acknowledge in India that the role of the community, the whole system, when we talk about, and most of the discourse on the child protection care and protection and justice for children starts only when something happened. And it was same with the health system. When people fall sick, then the medical treatment starts. But now the health system has learned the community medicine, preventive medicine, public medicines. Same way we have to also in the child protection must really emphasize and acknowledge and work towards a strengthening community-based preventive system. We should not really wait that Mohan in a village really suffering for last 6 months, and when he became victim, only then the system should arrive. How that the system should really read the signals that he is in the red zone and must really provide preventive services. What need to be done? How the community members, parents can play positive role for the care, protection, and justice of children. And we should not really undermine or underestimate the power of the community. And in our own traditional system, we know that they're not always for when the children need that the police or somebody will go in the village. The first front line, if I may say so, are the people, community members, relatives. How we can provide tools, techniques, sensitize them and give up a space and opportunity to them to come forward and support and help their children, their neighbors' children, their communities in which children are living for the protection from the abuse, neglect, violence, and exploitations. So the role of community-based mechanism, we must really, it is there on the paper that in every village there will be a child protection committee. It will be really good to really go have a quick assessment. What are the status of those committees? What are the investments that has been made to activate those committees? What kind of supports has been made so that those committee can really fulfill their mandates? And it will not become just the committee, but a force, reckoning force in the community to protect their own children within their community. And only those who require the higher, they can be referred to the formal system. There should be really community level should be aware how to access the services. They should know in the village, every village, community should aware who are the CWC members, JGB members, SJPU members, Sarah, and where to approach, suppose anything happened to a child, to seek support for them. So that's the system. Now, fourth component of the system, again, I would like to highlight here that for any system, it is really required the oversight mechanism, monitoring, whether system is working or not. It should be a system to pulse check. What is the lacuna in the system? What are the intended results we are getting or not? And that's where these oversights and peers review are important. And here I propose that it will be really good to have, suppose one district people can to the other people. It is not for the inspection, but for the learnings, for peers review, peer support, we can call it. When we call about the inspection, people get alert and try to see everything right. When we say that it is a support visit, people may be open to get feedback. So how that the one DCPU can go to the other district to see what are the some of the good things are there, some of the glaring gaps are there. Both the visiting and the host district can discuss, debate, and come up with some solutions, and that how that the cross learning can happen and support can happen. That is one. Oversight now under the new amendments, the role of DM is critical. How that we need to, and here again I will ask both the Department of Justice and the University Child Rights Center to come up and create tools for the DM, knowing that he or she is so busy. What will be the quick checklist, quick tools for them so that they're able to monitor it, give oversight, and see whether the system is functioning in his district or not. The same whether the oversight at the state level by the principal secretary or the secretary of the department, head of department. In addition to that, Professor Rao has also mentioned about the Child Rights Commission, both the State Child Rights Commission and National Child Rights Commission. They have also a critical role to ensure to safeguarding of the children's right and oversight whether these schemes, these programs, these laws are getting implemented in letter and spirits. Is there any oversights? Is there any glaring gaps that commission could bring the notice to the government and the executive that these are the lacuna they have to take actions? We further know that in India, at least, we have a system and judiciary monitoring system, oversight system, Honorable Supreme Court Committee on Juvenile Justice and High Court Committees on Juvenile Justice. They have also playing important role, and how that further they continue to that. And the MIS system, which I was talking a while ago, can really help them to understand where are the issues. Data should really tell them where are the bottlenecks, and so that judiciary can really bring to the attention to the executives to the some of the gaps which we are facing. I hope that I'm not taking much time, that with one point. No matter how beautiful systems we design, but at the end of the day, who runs the system? We people. And for that, it is very important the essence of collaborations, coordinations, partnership. Not one department for child protection particularly can really protect and provide care and justice to all children. Here is the need of better coordination among all the key stakeholders, among executives, judiciary, within executives, district magistrate, DCPU, SJPU, AHTU, judicial side. All those has to come together, social workers and role of the civil society organization, especially those who are working for care and protection of children in the field, child life. All have to really that whole the culture of collaborations should be really promoted, and that could not be through. Can we think about to create an ecosystem for the collaborations? What are the metrics we have developed which can really facilitate coordinations and collaboration among these characters? Do have certain mechanisms? When I say mechanism, it doesn't mean just the meeting, monthly meeting. We know that many a times monthly meeting and too many meetings also became a hindrance in delivering the services, because the officer, those who should be the providing the services to the children, are sitting in the various meetings. So we have to be innovative here to find out the different ways, tools, methods of collaborations, partnership, convergence for better outcome for children, care, protection, and justice. Here I stop. Once again, thank you, National Law University and Department of Justice for organizing this talk. And I hope that we will continue to debate, discuss, and come out with some concrete measures to strengthen child protection system, which will not be just the symptoms based, but the system based. Thank you once again.